What's up with him IP8? The hell was that? Referral? Then what the hell is that? Check out StreamYard. Get 10% discount. Hell no. I didn't even mean to put that up. Anywho, man. What's up with everybody, man? Appreciate you guys tapping in. Um, let's see what comes up in here. I hate doing lives on my phone. I really do, man. It's really, really hard. I tried to go live on YouTube right now, but it wasn't working. I live outside in the middle of nowhere, so it's kind of hard until I get my Wi. Matter of fact, I should have been got my Wi-Fi for real, for real. If I would have remembered, I would have probably done it right now before I even went on live. At least ordered it. Yes, you hear that? That sound. That sounds like that's an animal. Who the hell? It sounds like somebody either. Somebody going through it right now. Unfortunately. Big D keeping it real. What's up, man? Where you been at, bro? Been a minute since I seen you on. Ooh, it's fucking cold. It's finally starting to get cold out here. Ooh, got a big ass jacket. This is the first jacket I wore since I've been out here. It's been hot as shit. But finally, the cold is coming out here. Man, Dumbs and Dumber looked worried on their live earlier. Why you say that? Why you think they look worried? I mean, yeah, I mean they don't have no type of shame in their game. You guys already know that. But why? What's up? What was being said? Or what? Lace me up. I wanted to go out. I wanted to go live like an hour ago. I was just laying there in my bed, like damn, like I gotta go back to work tomorrow, and it's like shit. I haven't been feeling nothing, but I definitely want to be a little more consistent. Dove says he doesn't want to talk about other channels. He finally got put in his place. He exposed for being a fraud. Carlos got, yeah. I mean, look, man. Right now, it's still fresh. Let's get understand in the last 3 to 4 years, this is a recurring theme with them. You know, they get shit on. Gunner lost 1,000 subscribers a couple years back. You know, he left. Dubs fucking abandoned him. And that's when he bought subscribers. That's when he recently when he tried to come up with that 100,000 subscriber plaque. That's why it was a fake one because this is what they do. They're gonna lay low. You know, try to lay low and everything. And whenever they feel comfortable, once they feel like the pressure's off, then they'll come back and be in themselves, back to no scruples, no shame in their game, making videos about people, blah blah blah. But at least ever since, because the lights are going to come out. They're starting to come out for sure. The lights have been out there for years, but it's just like the newer the subscribers are, and people stop talking about. I can't. And people try to knock me because I'm obsessed, I'm this, I'm that. No, man, like I say, man, I'm here just on my lives. I'm here to remind people, real shit, because I'll be remiss if I don't remind people what the fuck. Sorry, I'm fucking yawning and shit. Um, yeah, man, you guys know the history. I know a lot of my subscribers, especially here, that have been messing with me for years. They remember. Even some of the ones that still mess with me have been with me for years, still don't remember everything. Um, but they remember a good amount. Obviously, they can't remember everything like I remember it, because there's a lot of people that left, a lot of subscribers that left. They got tired of all this shit from years and years ago. And I can't blame them. Shit, I got tired of it. That's why I stepped back for a while. Um, but I'm making it a point to try to stay consistent. At least from time to time, not leave forever this time around. And gonna try to do the same shit with when Savage Studios died. Um, when Savage Studios died, um, just to get views, try to say that, oh man, we had our differences, but hey, rest in peace, Savage. When, oh my god, the back and forth was crazy. Like, rest in peace with Savage Studios, and I never really focused. The dude wanted to collab with me. I talked to him a few times, but I just ultimately felt like I don't really want to do content with somebody like that. They're still an active gang member, even though he's an active gang member from the other side. Like, to me, I didn't want to be associated with any of that, because at the end of the day, like I said, my channel was predominantly and first and foremost to try to keep youngsters out of prison, even the reoffenders. And like I told him, like back when Savage was still alive, I told him like, look, bro, like, your content is your content, man. Best of luck to you, but I'm gonna stay in my lane, as far as what I'm doing. Imagine me having the 2-5er on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no knock to them, bro. They're doing their thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, active, non-active gangs, whatever. I don't want to have nothing to do with anybody that's still actively gangbanging. Period, bro. Because that's just a waste of life. It's a waste of life, and to me, it's just like I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, god damn, it's cold. Every channel talks bad about him, Carlos. Yeah, I mean for good reason right now. At the very least, Uh, remember when they both ganged up on you during their live and Gunner said he makes 20,000. Guess how much he donated for their friend Rascal? $100 each. Yeah, they do make that type of money. Or maybe not in the last month or ever since that live. Um, you know what's crazy? Um, Not crazy. You know what's good? Ever since that live happened, everything's meant to happen for a reason. And ever since I went on that live, and they're the ones that try to call me out. They're the ones that try to call me out to that live. I was doing my own live, and the subscribers always have a part to play in it, of course. And they went on their live to try to pump shit up. They were drunk as shit. They got pumped up. So Dubs jumped on my comment section. What's up? Jump on, jump on. I said, jump on. I said, what's cracking? Jump on. And I was like, man, I ain't jumping on. I'm cool, bro. I ain't trying to go on your live, bro. If you guys don't remember the first live is almost forgotten now. That wasn't the first live. The first live was 2 3 years ago. It was a long time ago when I jumped on there and I went at it with Gunner and him. Not with him, but with Gunner, and he was there trying to mediate shit. What they were trying to do with this live is try to neutralize me, basically try to win me over. When they don't understand, bro, that I've never been about the YouTube shit. To me, it's never been about YouTube. Like, oh, um, like even like Rascal, rest in peace, and anybody, they all had beef, and then they squashed the beef because it's YouTube and all that. To me, it's like, nah, bro. Once you say certain things with Rascal, it would have been as easy as him just being like, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to jump on the live, to speak bad about you, and I would have been fine with that because everybody else, was humble about it and things like that. But anyways, like I said, that's water under the bridge. Homeboys, resting in peace. He has nothing to do with this no more. That's it, man. He's resting in peace. May God have him in his glory. But as far as the Gunner, especially, I don't care what he says. He could come out and apologize to me and everything and admit everything that he did, that everybody knows what he is now. I will never forgive that fool. I will never. It just there's just some things that you cannot forgive. you know. Um, but that's what they try to do on that live. And I was on my live. I keep saying I'm gonna put it up. I will. I keep forgetting. Um, but I was on my own live. So when I jumped on that infamous live that Chemoflex has up, um, I was on my phone on my live, but everybody sees their perspective, meaning like the perspective from their live. You know, when us three were on their live. Um, but on my live, I was on my phone, and everybody, all my subscribers were on my live listening to me. And if it wasn't for one of my homeboys from my neighborhood that told me, like, you know what, go on there, go ahead, do your thing, bro, go on there, make this dude look stupid. I was like, I don't even got to do much to do that, you know. So I went on there, and the rest is history, and so it's just crazy to me that these dudes, um after that, that's that was basically the beginning of the end for Dubs and him being exposed and everything. The way that he conducted himself, having the audacity to call me a peseta and this and that. Your paperwork never stack up to me, and I was just laughing at it like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You're fucking stupid. Are you really telling me right now that you you admitted to me that you debriefed and you went to the other side and you seriously calling me a peseta?" That's why I was just laughing. I was just laughing inside. I was just like, damn, bro, trying to keep my composure, especially because, they try to smut up my wife again and everything like that. And it's just like, damn, bro, like, are you serious right now, bro? Like, my baby mama, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the audacity, helping others, I mean, helping others excel. What's up with it? What's up with it, man? Snoop, what's up, my boy? Te miras bien, cabrón. Hope all is well with you. I'm good, bro. I'm doing good, bro. Just tired, bro. You know what I'm saying? Put that up there. Put Snoop's up there. What's up? Where you been at, my boy? You been watching everything that's been going on, or what? I remember you cut off C Dog for saying some racist stuff. Yeah, of course I did, man. Because like, I wasn't with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. My kids are half black, bro. My kid is half black, so it's like, come on, man. Um, and that girl Denise that goes on Convicted Hearts with Jen Magana. Shout out to her. Got mad at me and still mad at me, still hates me to this day, only because she used the word mayate, and I was just like, bro, like, I don't condone that, and she still hates me to that day because I chose to go that route and what I felt was best for my family, and instead of her understanding and admitting her mistakes, um she still hates me to this day, bro. And it's just like, damn, bro, I've never done nothing to you. I never do nothing to you, bro. It's just that ego, the arrogance, it is what it is. Um, Eric ACQ, what's up with it, man? Gonna used to talk shit on Rascals shitbag. Of course, man. Um, the thing with that is that they were talking. Rascal was jumping on his lives and everything. So they were talking. He's not lying about that. But for him to pretend like they were best friends, come on, man. With all due respect, when people saying they were using Hangout. I think Hangout was using those two as well. It worked both ways. I just said that I one of my lives in my video. Like, that fool wasn't stupid. Like, he was the homie Hangout, bro. Like, he was. Like I said, he wasn't a stupid man. That was an intelligent dude, and that was part of the reason. Not because he was intelligent, but because of it, what he was doing tactic wise. Um, and using. I'm a very loyal person. I'm the type that if you say something about me, bro, and I have nothing but respect for you and everything, like, I'm not gonna forget that. I'm not gonna forget that. Um, so yeah, I mean, he used it. Josh, he used YouTube as like an opportunity, and to network and squash beefs. Go get into beef, squash beefs, and all that. But I didn't take it serious like that. But I take things serious. Especially when I feel somebody. Like, to me, I don't have to know you personally, and if I give you my word on something, and if I treat you like a friend, um, you can't just go around and just talk about me and say something and then chalk it up as like, oh, it's just YouTube, bro. You know how it is. Nah, bro. No, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say like it's not a big deal at this point because he's resting in peace. But when you do something like Gunner and the dude Dubs, like how he fucks with them after everything that he did, expose my address, everything, some real serious harm, potential harm, like that I cannot condone at all whatsoever. And for those of you that remember, because it's I'm just basically being like very very brief about it right now, but it was months of this shit. It was months of shit, bro. Over a year when OG Triple OG was going in on me and all that shit. Like it was a lot, bro. It was a lot, And people don't even realize when motherfuckers go what I was going through behind the scenes. That it's crazy. Hang out with Sean to gain subscribers, chats here and there from him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a good strategy. Let's see. I remember old dude was in the comments calling you a comadre. Then he gets upset for calling him the same thing, right? For exactly. That's why I went on there. I was like, "What's up, comadres?" Because they were calling me that the whole time, and I was just like, "Really? You're gonna get mad over me saying the same shit, coming in a facetious way, clowning and shit like?" That the hypocrisy, bro. The palabra is chafa. Oh yeah, chafa is word dumpster used. Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit. When does all the hate and I mean it's just YouTube, right? Did you not just listen to everything that I said? No, it's not just YouTube to me. It's not. Dudes have gotten killed on YouTube. So it's not just YouTube, bro. If you expose somebody's address, it's just like politics. Look at Charlie Kirk. Look at all this hate that's going on. If you enrage people, the subscribers have a heavy investment in this. And the hate is real, especially on the part of the subscribers that twist shit up and pump everything up. Um, which hence was led to that infamous live again. What's to stop one of these subscribers being an opportunist and oh man, I'm gonna get this dude for you, especially if they know where somebody lives. Like, come on, bro. It's not just YouTube, bro. Everybody. They may not think it's serious because oh, it's just YouTube. But come on, man. Um, it may be just YouTube as far as friendships not being real, but as far as any type of dangerous and real hatred being spread, like that's just real, bro. It's not just YouTube. Let's see. Yeah, I've been watching G. I've told you before. I fuck with you, Ras. With Ras, though. I know. Neta me agüito gacho, bro. But other than that, oh, that's right. We did talk about that. Starting jump ring. I'm excited. No, yeah, we did talk about that, bro. Honestly, yeah, bro. But it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's water under the bridge. Like I said, bro. Like homeboy's resting in peace, and that's what it is, bro. Rest in peace to him, bro. Hopefully God has him up there. You know. Chicano Tube said Chicano Tube said running right now for 10 racks of his money. 100%. I mean, I've said that before a gang of times. It's been a while now. I mean, obviously you haven't been on my channel to have heard that, but um I actually have it on my post, the contract. If you go to my community post on my post section, the contract that was signed by Gunner and Tony at the time, the $10,000 that was owed to Mikey, it's still up on my post. You could go to my post section and you could see the his signature and everything, bro. You know. Rest in peace, Josh. But stop making the Vato is saying he wasn't exactly a role model. Rest in peace. My point with my point is that look, uh, um, even somebody like me that had beef with them, he passed away. It is what it is. He's gone. It don't matter if he was a saint or not. We all remember what we remember. Everything that I've said on this channel has always been the truth. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter no more. It doesn't matter, bro. The dude's gone, and he can no longer defend himself. So rest in peace for the dude. Someone in Gunner's chat brought that up, and he denied it. Then he banned the guy. And then he banned the guy. That tells you everything you need to know. Ronnie the OG sent Dubs a book to show him he was. I seen that shit. That shit was hilarious as fuck. That was hilarious as fuck, bro. Real shit. Go says, keep it up, Eshe. Órale, Eshe. Gracias. Makes sense. I guess the price we pay for a message and a little bit of feria. Yeah, it is what it is, you know. There's just so many things that you shouldn't say on here that do say it for a little bit of money, and not everything that you say on here should be okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, as long as it's the truth. If it's the truth, it's the truth, bro. Nobody should get mad. They could get mad at you, but they shouldn't get mad at you. The people that are not being spoken about, you know. Um, and before they even like, oh, that's not true, this and that, with them not even vetting the information and just assuming that motherfuckers hating and shit, like, man, come on, do your own homework. Do your own homework, man. Um, but I get it, man. These dudes are very well polished liars, and it's kind of hard for people that don't know the history to not to fall for it, you know. Those fools keep yapping like they know something we don't. Clowns. Yeah. Knowledge you can't get in college. Ooh, you sound so smart with that liner. Fucking dumbass. He's a retard, bro. Mr. Clean. A while back, Gunner raffled off a new area Bulls hat. There was a winner. Sent him a liquor store hat. Did he? I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. The very first raffle that I remember, it wasn't the very first raffle, but one of the original raffles was, man, that's how they, man, I don't even want to bring up that. I don't even want to bring that up, bro. That's why he really doesn't do raffles no more, because while I'm here, he knows I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep him honest. That's why if I'm gone for a while, guys, if you guys see them doing any raffles or things like that, please let me know. Please let me know, because I've uncovered, and I haven't been the only one to uncover shit like that, you know. But it has to be somebody with credibility, man. And since you guys trust me, and you guys know that ever since I've been on YouTube, I spoke from the heart with the truth. I'm only gonna speak if I know something to be true, you know. And I'm glad that people, I was able to expose some shit on these dudes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it for years, you know. Um, and I would have never been that type of channel, because I always drop my content as it is as well, but from my first channel to this channel, um, that's what that fool gets, bro. He started something that he could never finish with me, and it's never gonna finish, bro. When I'm alive, as you guys remember, I like it, like fucking the debriefer said, like, you swear you never disrespect me, this and that. Yeah, I did tell you that. I did tell you that. But a dude could only take so much when you keep siding with the dude that put my family in danger, and I got tired of it, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Um, Let me see. Recipe charged too. He was just as much as opportunist Gunner and Dove. They used each other. Yeah, it is what it is. Snoops, I respect that. Yes, sir. Um, Eric, what's up with Dubs and his fanboys from India and Canada? Ain't nothing wrong with that. It is what it is, bro. OG Smalls, yeah, the raffle, Donnie Mullins, and the raffle, the PlayStation, man. It wasn't a raffle. They raised money to get Donnie Mullins a PS5. They raised Feria to buy Donnie Mullins a PS5, and they raised a whole bunch of money. They were trying to raise $500, and Donnie never got the PlayStation. He never got the PlayStation, bro. And I assumed at the time that he did, but you asked Donnie himself, and nothing. That's why that dude's, and these dudes use Donnie, opportunists, to get people for their feria. That's why I said that in the live, like, you're a scam artist. You scam people for the feria and things like that. and it was 2 against 1, so I couldn't keep my train of thought too good. And plus, I was trying to keep a little bit, pull back a little bit, not be too disrespectful. But yeah, they never gave Donnie his PlayStation, bro. Leo, what's up with it? James says John Villa Joker from West Side Santa Bruta pointed me out in a court for not wearing a seatbelt. Hey, wait, damn. Um, let's see. James says gum gum. Sean Tyreek, my boy. They did that more than once. Of course, they did it a gang of times. I'm just pointing out like the oldest ones that they did. They did that shit a bunch of times. Um, used to like raffling off shoes, and then pick people that he was gonna send the money to, and they would split it. James, what about the time they did a raffle and their friend Spanky won it, and they said highest bidder would get it? Oh yeah, I'm not surprised, bro. I'm not surprised at all. L, what's up, homie? What's going on with you, man? The Big Pete, I haven't been on YouTube the last few days. Did those fools make up the whole unalignment situation? I'm still confused about it. So from what I understand, the mom, um, homeboy's mom came out and said that he died from health complications, and so that should tell you everything. And even if that's not the case, and they're trying to, you know, kind of keep that under wraps, no matter what happened, the fact that they jumped out there and try to jump the gun and everything, it's just crazy. Opportunists. They're slime balls, bro. They're slime balls. Dubs put that he got killed, that the homie Henga got killed on his thumbnail, and Gunner said that the other thing, and it's just like, damn, bro, are you serious right now? You guys are that thirsty? That fool tried to tell me on the live, Dubs, are you that thirsty? Are you that thirsty? Oh, now we know who the real thirsty motherfuckers are. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, actions speak louder than words, and your actions are gonna. That's what people are gonna judge you on. Your words as well, but especially your actions. 100%. You know, goes to 7 times. AC Lopez Jr. What's up with it, man? What's going on with you, man? Hope you're doing good. Rest in peace to your son as well. I know it's been a minute, man. I hope he's resting in peace. Um, I heard they got their own Kim K, Ray, J Tank. Stupid. Yeah, shit, it's funny. Those pocketing half the fade out of their subs are donating to their cash apps. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's not too. I mean, look, I've always said that if people want to donate money to them, hey, that's on them, bro. That's their fatty out, whatnot. But if they're doing anything shady, bro, things like that, and that's why they're donating and whatnot, and we could speak some truth on it, then we'll speak some truth on it. You know, um, because some people really do not know. They really don't know their get down, and so all I could really do is just try to shed some light on it, and hopefully people will think twice before they do what they do. They try to say that we hate and shit, and it's not even about that, bro. It's not hating, bro. If we're just really trying to help out people for in a real way, our raza, our gente, no matter what. When I say gente, I'm talking about all colors, all races, our people, our human beings. Because honestly, bro, like if you're donating money and it's under the false pretenses, like, and if you especially if you're not aware of it, like you should be aware of it, and then make up your mind. And if you still want to do it, hey, you still want to do it, go ahead, do your thing, man. That's your prerogative. Ghost is an undercover. It's undercover and scallywags are professional panhandlers. Period. They're killers. Oh shit. L Question: Are you hating or money hungry? You you tell me. What do you think? You tell me. Seven Snoop's Uncut. Igualmente, homie. Eric AC. Carlos. Guy, I have a feeling Dubs doesn't even have any stories about legends. He went to PC 20 years ago. Um, well, the thing is that I'm pretty sure that um. All right, so let me get this dude. Let me get this dude out of here because he's just trying to distract people. Um, so bye bye to that dude. Um, but look, I spent 13 years on the main line, right? 6 months in a hole and a year and a half on D yard on the SNY side in Kern Valley, New Delano. If you guys go to my last video that I just dropped, I actually specify on some of the things that I've said before over the years, as far as what my experience was on D yard. Um, that will give you a better idea. The video before that, I didn't monetize it until after 2 days. I waited for it, got 5,000 and some change. It was like at 5,100, and then it stayed there for the whole day. And then I put the monetization on because I was like, you know what? It's not gonna make any more money. You know what I'm saying? Once 24 hours to a day or two, your videos peak, and then they really start. It's a slow process after that. Um, so all the money that I probably could have made maybe about 70, 80 bucks off of it, somewhere around there. But I forfeited that because, I was just making a point as far as um I don't care about the money. I really don't. You know, do I want to make some money and everything? Yeah. But it's not serious enough for me to sacrifice my beliefs, or you know what I'm saying? Like be money hungry or greedy or anything like that and hating on the money. Um it's how you make your money that I have a problem with. When you try to deceive people and shit like that. It's my moral compass. I'm not perfect, but I'm sure as hell not gonna fucking be without scruples and be okay with everybody, uh, and not hate on somebody because they're making money in a grimy way. Fuck no. If you're making money grimy, fuck no. Especially at the expense of somebody that just died. Hell no, bro. I'm not cool with that. Even if not me and that dude didn't get along, you know. And like I said, me and homeboys beef, rest in peace, it wasn't even nothing major, you know. Um, it was what it was. Egyptian lover, yeah, Sally Joshua, the cow. Tama. James, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Okay, so just for putting that up, James, you could get the hell off my channel for that. Um, went the coward's way out. I don't know why you think it's okay to say that shit on my channel, bro. I don't know how. I don't understand why would you would say that shit, bro. I rarely ban people on my channel, but you're gonna say some shit like that, bro. Central Cali certified. What's up with it, man? I said mine's. Yeah, I was watching. I was actually watching something on your channel earlier. It popped up on my feed. It was you and your girl. Um, I think that's your girl. His Gunner's ex or whatnot. Uh, and then he said something about they've been broken up since 2016, and you had this screen in back of you. I was watching this shit. I was just like, damn. I was rolling. I was like, that fool is obsessed, bro. Gunner's a straight fucking hater, bro. Like he is straight lame, bro. Real shit. Um, let's see. Serato TV. I just had a 13 pack of chocolate chip cookies from McDonald's. Amazing. Oh shit. That was random. It's little James the whole bending backwards for souls is what got me. Yeah, he gone right now for that coward comment. Um, don't say some shit like that on my channel, especially somebody just passed away, bro. Come on now. You get at me on my Instagram, bro. James, whoever the hell you are. But um, don't, yeah, no, not tonight. Ganja, what's up with it, man? I just read that right now. 13 packs of cookies. Poops are back. He will take his wife and still would get their chat and send donation super chats. Gonna say he made about $2 million having his channel for 5 years and only sends hundreds of. Yeah, it all went to drugs. It all went to drugs. That fool was man. That fool has a lot of instances. Especially one big instance when that fool was all scanted out. It's a whole police report on that dude and everything. He was all scanted out, called the cops, paranoid, and all kinds of shit. Mine's the Mike. What's up with it, my boy? What's going on with you, man? Are master manipulators, and that's the fucked up part, bro. Because they feed off of each other, so people believe them. You know, if it's one dude just saying it, it's one dude. But if it's two dudes with big channels, because they've been fucking scamming people for so long, how people are not gonna believe them? You know, everybody else must be lying. We must be lying because we're smaller channels. That's just crazy to me. On this little tip, though, Mr. was on site. Oh, but damn, what happened with you guys? Back when I see, I wait. Mr. Tech, hey, yo, what's good? Nanajero, what's going on with you, bro? Crazy, the lovebirds just don't stop. Yo, what's it gonna take for the proof to stop coming out? Coming out, the truth hurts. I don't know. It doesn't really matter at this point. The cat's out of the bag. It's been out, now. It's really out of the bag. And the catalyst. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, guys, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. But ever since that live, what happened with me and that dude, even the active channels got involved and started fucking looking for dirt on that dude. Not even dirt, looking for the truth on that dude, and it came out. Look, this is just the culmination of all that. And I feel like I'm the worst and best. I'm the worst thing to happen to him, and the best thing to happen for YouTube. And the truth, honestly, why do you think them dudes never mentioned me? You know, they had me on the live talking shit on me and everything. I mean, we know each other and everything. You know, like a whole history of things from 4 years ago and plus. And but you never see, they never mention me, and I don't care if they do. I fucking really don't. Please keep my name out of your fucking mouth. I don't need your fucking help. I don't need you to expose my channel or advertise my channel. Anything. You can't expose it because there's nothing to expose. But to me, it's just like I'm glad that I stuck around all this time. It's kind of given me, especially with everything that's going on in my life right now, how much time has passed by. I'm glad I never left for good, you know, because it's given me more motivation to actually get back to what I used to do. Man, I used to drop a video every day, a 2 to 3 hour live every single day for years, bro. Like I was consistent as shit. But ever since that everything happened, bro, my family and everything, I was over it. I was fucking over it. I sent my Stu Hawana's with you and your kids. That was the very first video I did. Oh, okay. Yeah, it barely popped up on my thing, bro. You know how YouTube is, bro. That should be popping up randomly. Yeah, but I was checking that out. What do I think about Indicted TV, L? I tried to do something on Indicted TV when she first came out. And unfortunately, um I told him everything. I told him like, hey, look, this is my status, this is what it is. I got this channel. I had like about On my first channel at the time, I had about 9 to 10,000 subscribers on my first channel, and that's when I first like, not when obviously not when I first started, but it was still growing. It was growing fast, and she had barely started, and she didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. She had like 500, 600, somewhere around there. And I was like, "Hey, what's up?" I hit the channel up on Instagram, and an icon hit me up. It's like, "Hey, look, thank you. I appreciate you telling me the truth and everything. With all due respect, we can't do shit, because I'm not active." And I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, good shit, man. I appreciate that." Um, but that's me. Like, I'm never gonna get nobody caught up. I'm not gonna lie to somebody and be like, "Oh no, I'm active," and it's not. Fuck no. You either gonna take me for what I am, who I am, or you're not. That's just the fact of the matter, bro. I have nothing to be ashamed about. My story is my story. As unfortunate as it's as unfortunate as it is in some aspects because of my situation and what happened, the reason I had to make my decision. It is what it is. It's a reality, man. And some people are not gonna take that risk to get in trouble because you know they're out there and they could get in trouble. Um, there is a Mr. Brandon Burke, what the fuck, aka Smiley X Skinhead turned writer, and now a step back. Hey, I said, what do you think about fools who drop out, join a PC gang, and drop out of that? I said, talk about the step backs. um, I think it kind of speaks for itself, bro, doesn't it? Scoop live stream says fact those vapes add up quick as fuck. Hollow some master debaters. They may be master manipulators, but they're not master debaters. I would debate the shit out of fucking Gunner. I will make that fool look stupid like I have a few times already. Um, there's Diamond Gang, who is too obsessed with my past, but yours is shady. That's why you always pointing your finger at everyone else. Oh, oh, that what he's saying? Oh hell no! Come on, man, keep that shit on my channel, bro. Come on, don't come in here, bro, and fucking start talking shit, throwing subliminals and shit like that, bro. Come on, man. Fuck out of here with this shit. See. Link up with the white dude, Ron. Link up with the right dude. You talking about Ronnie, the older dude? That dude funny as shit. Um, the book thing that he did with the with Dubs and fucking that shit was hilarious, bro. That shit was funny as shit. Let me see. Hear me out. I was backed you up for more than 3 years against all the other haters, and you blocked me, G. Um, well, you must have done something for me to block somebody, brother. Um, if you must have done something or said something, bro. I don't just block people, bro. You guys already know how I get down, bro. And if I blocked you, bro, it was for a reason, bro. I rarely block people. Shit, if anything, I fucking acknowledge shit and I still put up motherfuckers, even if they're talking shit, you know. Um, right, tonight was the first time I blocked somebody in fucking over a year, because that dude said called somebody a coward that just passed away, and to me, he's like, bro, don't say shit like that on my channel, bro. Come on now, have a little more fucking common sense than that. The Big Pete, they really did try to make 16 Life look weak. As they would say, he was under Helmito. Yeah, I know 16 Life. You know what's crazy? I'm the one that got. I'm not trying. Oh, I'm the one. I'm special. But sadly enough, I'm the one that fucking got them in contact, bro. Chill reached out to me. 16 Live reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, you got their numbers? I know you got their info." I was like, "Yeah, there you go, boom." Um, and but I'm glad it happened though because uh, look at it now. Chill knows what it is now, and I'm glad he found out who them fucking cats are. Oh no, no, you're good, bro. Central Cali, you're good, bro. I'm talking about the dudes that starting shit. You good? Uh, That lost respect for hang out when he treated L like that. Yeah, Egyptian lover, like, look, bro, like I said, bro, that's in the past, my boy. The homeboys is not with us no more. He's not with us anymore, bro. It's water under the bridge. Please respect that. Please respect that, bro. It is what it is. Like I said, everything that I've ever said on this channel is facts. But it's when it comes to me and him, I would be the coward, and we would be cowards to speak on somebody that's no longer with us. The dude can no longer defend himself, bro. We would be cowards if we were gonna besmirch somebody's memory when they're no longer here to protect themselves, defend themselves. We would be cowards to do that, and that's not how I get down, bro. That's it. That's in the past. It's in the past, bro. Condolences to his family, bro. Real shit. Let's see. L, can you unblock James? I'm sorry, brother. It's gonna have to happen after I get off of live when I go on my computer, bro, because I can't do it from my phone. I'm on StreamYard. I can't unblock anybody from StreamYard. I could block, but I can't unblock them. Um, just if you talk to him, let him know. Please don't say that. Don't say that again, man. If he said it out of support for me, just know that that's not how I get down, bro. You guys should already know that, bro. You should already know that. Um, no, come on, man. That's some crazy shit to say, bro. Okay, cool, James. It's my other account. All right, my boy. Just don't say shit like that, dog. Let's have some common sense, out of respect for the family, especially. Um, AC Lopez facts, so it's all good. Yup. Let's keep it classy, gente, por favor. Exactly, man. Let's keep it classy. Come on, man. We're all men. We're all men and grown ass women. If we have any women on here, which I don't think we do, but that's the crazy part. We never know who the hell is a woman and who's a guy in here for the most part. Um, but let's see. Yeah, he said I didn't come here to start shit. I came to send my respects, but others, like I said earlier, you're good, bro. You're good, bro. I wasn't even necessarily talking to you. Um, um, Cactus Lido, appreciate you, my boy. I know I mentioned you earlier. Let me go over and just make sure. Danny Boy says, Blue Devils in his feelings, hating on the youngster P Face, saying he could have ended his career all over a comment. What's your thoughts, my boy? Blue Devil, if he, um, Blue Devil, youngster P Face, I have no idea what that situation is about. And when I tell you I have no idea, I really don't. Um, maybe you could, maybe you could enlighten me on that. Maybe you could tell me what the hell's going on because it's been a little while since I've seen Blue Devil's channel. Me and him had issues before. It's that issue now. I feel like it was a misunderstanding, and you know, so yeah, I have no issues with that dude before. Um, from before anymore. So on and so forth. Hold up. Ugh. Shit gets hot real quick. Um, let me see. Smart TV. Didn't have a barbecue after Serrata. Skinner says, chill, righteous dude, like his content on Dum Dum. Yeah, man, Chill's always been good, bro. I had conversations with that dude. He was one of the few dudes that had my actual phone number. Um, Let's see. Danny Boy. Just saw my boy PNG Media on a live with my girl Pinava. PGN or PNG? That's good shit. Um, I'm honestly not your channel, so I'm not subscribed. It's all good. Appreciate you being here nonetheless. Um, take care of yourself. Um, let's see. Dumbs is not lives now playing video games. Let's all go troll him. Nah, bro. That's the thing, bro. Don't just troll somebody just to troll them, bro. Come on now. If you got something to say about somebody, bro, you feel if they done something to you, bro. YouTube is YouTube, you know. But I feel like a lot of people don't understand. They come into my channel and they see me talking about these cats, like, oh, this dude. If anybody on YouTube, like, that's why a lot of you guys rock with me, is because you guys know that I actually was probably one of the few ones, if not the only one on YouTube that actually has an axe to grind with fucking Gunner after all the shit that he's done. Um, to me, my family, my personal life, my kids, the racist shit, everything, bro. Like, it's disgusting, bro. Um, so I'm glad that there's enough people on here that know what the business is with that, you know, because a lot of people don't know, you know, they watch them first, they stumble into their channel first, they see two dudes, they must be telling the truth, you know, they're articulate, you know, they're charismatic, they're this, they're that, you know, they must be cool, they can tell no lies. And then the second channel, third, fourth, fifth, 10th channel that they watch is talking shit. And they assume that we're just hating on them. And it's just like, damn, bro, like, how can you really win against those odds, you know? Like, but don't go just trolling on channels, bro. Like, I've never discouraged anybody from watching them dudes channels. Um, I just want people to know the truth. That's it. And if you still want to watch, then watch. It's your prerogative, man. Um, but just know, you know, take it with a grain of salt. As far as take their word with a grain of salt, and just know that don't be surprised if you get blocked just for asking a simple question. Like, you could come hear something on my channel or on any other channel and go to their channel and be like, "Hey, honest question. Is it true that you did this?" And boom, you get blocked. When they may not even know that you're really just asking because you know that you're genuinely asking, like, "Hey, I rock with you, man. I like you guys' content." But you get shut down like on some fascist ass fucking nations, like, you know, like some straight fucking. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Straight fucking censorship. That's what I call it, censorship. Um, Blue Devil always talks out of his neck about everybody. Central Cali certified. Nah, I know how it is. I shouldn't have took the bait. Today was the first day I seen Ronnie's channel, but from what I seen, I like it. You talking about that older white dude, right? Yeah, that fool. That dude's. I seen. I know that. I don't know how he started. His issue with Dubs and all that. I don't know. Um, but just on like at a comedic level, I'm not saying he's a comedian. I'm not trying to disrespect him or anything like that, but his sense of humor, I guess I could say, with him doing the book thing, and you know, that was funny. I could appreciate a laugh here and there. I mean, come on, man, we can't always be serious and full of hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even hatred. You know, it's just can be upset. I guess what I'm trying to say. I like Chill. I don't watch him much, but he seems humble and non-biased. Chill's always been the same, my boy. He's always been the same, bro, since the first time I seen him years ago. To the times that I spoke to him, and yeah, I mean, just I really hate him. L. He always irritates me when he talks like he's the guy, and we know all he was never the guy. Yeah, I can understand that, bro. I really can, bro. Like, but you know, hate is a strong word, bro. I suggest that you don't hate them and just see them for what they are. See them for what they are, and you know, just they're not that important, bro, for you to hate them like that, bro. You know, I used to really hate Gunner for a while, bro. I mean, how the fuck could I not feel like that at the time when my kids are the ones being targeted? You know, um, But I learned to let go of that aspect of it. But as far as forgiveness and things like that, God forgive me, it's not in me. And that's why to me it's just like speak the truth. I usually just wait for somebody for them to dig their own hole, and then I come and I just pretty much speak, give my 2 cents, and remind everybody what they did, and everybody else that there's remember, as a collective, no pun intended on this channel, but as a collective of people that know the truth and everything, we're accumulating a big collective, and it's pretty big now, you know. And I'm not talking about a collective of channels. I'm talking about a collective of a bunch of people, subscribers, watchers, non-subscribers, and things like that, And actually, I was gonna do a video on this dude that said that all the channels should unify in memory of a homeboy that passed away. And to me, it's like it's a noble gesture, but it's it's damn near impossible. And the reason I didn't do a video is because if I do a video on it, then I'm gonna probably look like the one that um can't get together and make peace with two dudes and all the other YouTubers. I'm gonna be the one that looks petty, and little does homeboy know that if the things that were done to me would have been done to him and his family, then he wouldn't feel the same way, So I'm not even going to put myself in that situation where I'm going to make myself seem like I can't. I'm going to be petty and now trying to unify under somebody's memory. And it's like, I get it, man. Like I said, it's a noble gesture. For those who do want to unify and come together as YouTubers in the memory of Homeboy that passed away, cool. More power to you. I got nothing bad to say about that. But it's just not going to happen for a certain amount of us, because of things that have been done, unforgivable things, and especially unforgettable things, especially unforgettable. See, they only block if they ask questions that are true. If you, yeah, 100%. We know they'll get down. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then they want to turn around and say like, oh, that's a troll, that's a troll, I just blocked the troll. Nah, bro, they asked the righteous question, and if you have no problem with that question, if it's not true, why not just answer it? Why not answer that question and be like, hey, look, like I do, my whole when I do my lives, you guys already know, I do my lives to commiserate with you guys, to chop it up with you guys, um on a good level. And even if you guys troll me, yesterday's live, motherfuckers were on my, they were on my helmet and shit. I didn't block any of them because I don't care if you say something against me. Like you could, I don't have nothing to hide. You could talk shit on me. You could call me Gargamel. You could call me Big Nose. Anything you want to call me. I laugh at it. And if you can't hang, you can't hang. You know. But as far as like uh blocking people just because they're having an honest question. If you have nothing to hide, just fucking answer the question. You know what I'm saying? Like, but look, we already know what it is, man. We already know what it is. Dubs, this is Lowrider Homie and Light about Ronnie. About Ronnie's. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Philip Estacio, Gunner's boy, been only on one and a 2 yard. Never hit the 3 or 4. Mike Moreno, my respects and condolences to Rascal and his family. I can only imagine his poor mom, while grieving, has to deal with two babosos, besmirching the memory, good name, and legacy of her out to the 100%, 100%. Two opportunists, bro, and they try to play the victim card. That was the craziest part. Like I said yesterday on my live and on my video, like that was the craziest part to me. That then he really tried to make himself. I'm gonna really try to make himself the victim. And when it's just like, bro, not only did you jump the gun, no pun intended, once again, um, and say that this dude, even it doesn't matter how he passed away, bro. That is not. The family probably haven't even had a chance to post up on their thing or wherever they're gonna let people know how they lost their loved one. And these dudes are already saying how he passed away on YouTube out of all places. Like that's why people like it has nothing to do with keeping up the drama about homeboy passing away, nothing like that. It's just the audacity. We're indignant. You know, we're indignant. We're I don't know. I feel disrespected, and he wasn't even my family member. You know, like it's just crazy to me, man. Like, do you think Gunner teaming up with Dubs to collect the Fed out did them more harm than Goodell? Um, I just feel like let me put that up there. So if they wouldn't have came out and tried to be the first two dudes, I was at work, bro. It was like I'm like I'm 3 hours ahead. I'm 3 hours ahead from Cali time, and I seen it when they dropped their video. It was like 12 in the afternoon, 11, 12, somewhere around there. You know, I work on cars. I do oil changes, tires, alignments. Um, I could anything. I fuck with cars, radiators, everything. I do that shit as my side hustle. And I was sitting there. I got the notification, and I seen it. Rascal killed by Dubs. Boom. And then I was like, what the fuck? I'm only subscribed to Dubs. I'm not subscribed to Gunner. Why? Because I can't stand Gunner. Dubs, I'm only subscribed to him because all I need to see is his banner to know what Gunner's doing as well. So I don't need to be subscribed to both of them. You know, just being subscribed to Dubs tells me on the banner. I don't have to click on their fucking video. But I seen the banner and it said the homie hangout killed. You know, him, Josh. I was like, what the, you know, like, and I clicked on it and I was listening to it and he said the same thing that Gunner said, that he did what he did to himself. And I was like, damn. You know, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, so and that's when I went to Gunner's thing and I listened to the whole video in its entirety. And I was like, damn. And then the rest of I kept working. I didn't listen to nothing else for the rest of the day except, you know, watch my videos and not even YouTube. Watch movies, listen to music while I'm working on on my headphone and things like that. Um, it wasn't until at nighttime when I got home, like at 9 or 10 at night, where I try to go back to the videos and they were gone. And that's when I started hearing like when I seen that I was like, why would they take their videos down? And now we know. But I just found it weird that they were gone. And like I tell you, man, I usually do not watch their fucking videos at all, bro. I can't stand their oh, I can't stand it, bro. Um, on occasion, I do uh listen to a minute of Dubs, depending on the subject when they're on his helmet, the paperwork, because I had to go over there and see what he was gonna say. And as soon as I hear the laugh within the first minute, I already know that he's gonna be on some bullshit, and I don't need. I know the algorithms of his character. I don't need to hear anything else. I already know where it's gonna go, so I don't no longer need to listen to the rest of it. You know, Slugs is out for views. He was asking people for money on his birthday live tonight. Wants to unite everyone that don't work. So yeah, it's not gonna happen. Nah, leave that alone now, because at the end of the day, it lines were drawn, and it can't mess with snakes. Yep. Let me see. But look, to answer the finish that question, if they wouldn't have done those two videos, jump the gun. No pun intended again. Maybe, just maybe, a little bit, they wouldn't have got as much heat. But you want to sit here and jump the gun and try to be the first ones, and then try to be portray yourselves as you're fucking you're understanding and you feel the family's grief and everything, even if you're really doing it for the family, it's like, bro, you are the damage is done, bro. Like you already fucked up. You already messed up. You know, like it's just like, so it wouldn't have done as much damage if they wouldn't do those videos. It would have still probably done a little damage for those that don't believe him at all, but it wouldn't have been as bad for the people that don't know the difference that are in the middle. I hope that made sense. Sean Tyreek, appreciate you. Let's see. He couldn't even admit to it. Straight lies, saying he didn't write that writ. Like where the lawyer get the info from? Exactly. Yeah. Like the lawyer was doing time. Like the lawyer fucking was in this situation. You know what profile do they use to spy? You know they do. Nana Joe says. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like that's why. To me, I read everybody's comments, bro. I don't care. Órale la pinche green letter G. Fucking Richie Lugs. Fucking Richie Lugs, bro. I was on my fucking Helmito. A AIA facts. All you past is irrelevant. Let him rest in peace. Exactly. Mr. Tech. If only the debrief would admit it, just like you did, big dog. Keep it real. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like I told you guys my status when I came on, bro. Years ago, over 4 years ago, and I never told on nobody. I never debriefed, bro. I never, and you know what I'm saying. Nobody could ever say that about me, bro. You and oh, hold on, never say never. You're never gonna see any paperwork with me debriefing and any of my stories not being true or anything like that, bro. Real shit. And I've said it for years. And you think that after my first channel got fucking hacked and deleted and all that shit, that dudes weren't looking for the paperwork and everything on me, bro? But these dudes are arrogant. They think they're the shit. And it's not hard, bro. It is not hard to get anybody's paperwork or anybody's address. If somebody really wanted to find me, they're gonna find me. If somebody really wanted to find one of you guys, you can be found. You know, like it's just crazy to me, bro. Um, so did Renegade's son get bitten by a dog? Honestly, bro, I've heard that he didn't. Um, Obviously, Gunner said that on his story. He took a shot on him and besmirched Rascal's memory in the process. I heard that that never happened, bro. Um, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'll be lying to you if I said that I haven't heard both. I'd be lying to you if I said I haven't heard both versions of that. Who said that? Somebody said that. I can't remember. It was a couple days ago, but it wasn't a source, in my opinion, that wasn't. It's not believable. But you know, you got to take everything that you hear on YouTube with a grain of salt. Um, so I honestly, to me, like I said, man, like good question and everything, but to me, it's just like whether it happened or not. Why, why do that in a video where you're breaking the news? Because that's what Gunner said, breaking news. Um, why take that opportunity to smut another content creator that we all know you hate because you're jealous of him? Why? I know why, because Gunner's a piece of shit. But it's just like, damn, bro. I don't know. I don't know, bro. You know, it's not like, so. Basically, what Gunner said once again, um, he said that when Josh, I remember when Josh was getting his back surgery. I remember that. not because I talked to him. And so look, the history with me and the history with me and the homie hangout rascal is this and this only. Everybody's trying to trip over themselves. Like I knew him more. No, I knew him. No, I knew him more. Give him to me. Give him, fighting over somebody like a picture of them fighting over a toy. No, I know. I've had it longer. No, I knew him more. I talked to him longer. No, it's fucking crazy to me. Grown ass men, grown ass men sitting here playing a tug of war instead of letting this dude rest. How I knew him, I didn't know him personally. I talked to the dude a few times, and he interviewed me. Um, I did an interview on his channel um, about 4 years ago, and that was the extent of it. We messaged back and forth after that a few times, and after that, my channel was still growing. Boom, 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 and the next time I seen him, he was on a panel with like 8 other channels, six other dudes, um, and they were all talking shit on me. They were all talking shit. He was there agreeing with them and all that, and I was just like, wow, like, dude, what did I do to you? Like, I didn't do nothing to you, like, So, um, so he put up a video on me, um, not him talking about me. He never spoke about me except for in on a live. And I say this respectfully, man. Look, I'm not resentful of it or nothing like that. Look, like I said, it's water under the bridge. I'm just giving you guys the history respectfully. Um, he didn't do a video on me per se. What he did in his intelligence and his crafty manner, because the dude was smart. He put up my interview that he did with me, and he put Luis before Looney, because my name is Luis, and Looney is my name, my neighborhood name. That's what people know me from my neighborhood. Um, so basically, the insinuation was that Luis was normal, and then he became back to Looney when I went crazy, type shit. You know, and all he didn't say nothing but just repost the interview and let everybody in his slick way. Um, at the time, remember, people were trying to make it seem like I was crazy, that I'm just hating on Gunner and this and that, and everything that I was saying was a lie. OG Triple OG was coming at me strong. He was on my helmet for over a year and a half. Everything, if you guys remember that history. So, that was his little crafty way of doing that, which is smart as shit. I understood how he did it, and I respected it at the time. I didn't like it whatsoever, but I knew what he was doing. So, and I was on an island. I was by myself. You know, like I said, I had at least 10 channels going at me. And, I since prevailed from all that. From the first live against Gunner and Dubs to the second live, I'm still here type shit. But that's a big reason, not because of the Rascal thing, but everything that transpired as a whole was the biggest reason why I stepped back for a few years, but I still kept this backup channel. Um, so yeah, that was just to highlight his intelligence. That's basically what he did, you know. Um, so to me, it's just like the beef wasn't deep as shit. To me, it was more one of those things like everybody that went against me for no reason, that were just going with the crowd, and once they seen Gunner was a piece of shit and all that, boom, boom, all them channels turned their back against Gunner, and all the one by one in about a 2.5 year period, they eventually came on my channel, but like, hey, my bad, bro. I was wrong, this and that, which I appreciated. They didn't need to do that, bro. Like, I'm not fucking arrogant to the point where it's like, bow down, apologize, or else. No, bro. They, that was their own personal growth and being humble and realizing that they were in the wrong, because, up until that point, every single one of these individuals I had a good rapport on. And just because uh, it was convenient for them to go with the crowd to get views And not to be out of the cool crowd, I was out of the cool crowd because I never I never went with the flow. You know, I didn't go against the grain, but I just never went with the flow. I just always did my own thing. And they just didn't want to be ostracized. They didn't want to be attacked. They didn't want to be left out, you know. But I held strong the whole time, you know, and little by little, all of them apologized, humbly, respectfully, and I appreciate that. Um, and my only issue with Rascal was that he never, he dug in. He never even had, he never did it, So that's why, even up until recently, I was just like, nah, bro, I remember what you said. I'm cool with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, it was never serious to where it's like, I wish you dead or anything like that. No, hell no. Like, it was never like that, bro. It was just one of those things where, like, bro, I know how you move and it is what it is. And you see it as YouTube. I don't. I see it as, even if it's YouTube, to me, it's just like, like you should you should conduct yourself as a human being, a good human being on YouTube, on the streets, in real life or not real life. I'm not saying he wasn't a good human being. I'm just saying, like, some people see YouTube as it doesn't count, you know and then they're good, great human beings in real life. To me, I'm the same, whether you see me on here or if you don't see me on here. I'm always going to be consistent. You may not like me, you may not like me, bro, but it is what it is. Like, to me, it's just like, I'm always going to be me. Richie Lowe says, remember, I'm the first one to say to take your mask off. I don't know who the fuck was the first one to say to take my mask off. I had my mask on for like a week. Not even a week, bro. I think I had my mask on for like 3 or 4 videos, and then I took it off. I was like, fuck this mask. I ain't having this shit on. And I only had it on it wasn't even a mask. It was a little COVID thing. Like, people couldn't see my eyes, whatever. I had a little mask on right there for like the first week. And after that, I was like, man, I'm taking this shit off. And the only reason I did that was because of my family, you know? Other than that, I was like, you know what, bro? I don't even have a lot to hide from, anyways, except for the fact that I went to the side. That's it. Ain't nothing on my face. It's not like the fucking organizations are looking for me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from Tustin. Went to Summit High School. If you know, you know. Yeah, Summit. Yeah, on 17th Street. Let me see. Oh, that's right. So look, that live, when I said, guys, please, thank you for asking me that, because I'd be forgetting that live. When I said, what conversations? I never had those conversations with you. This dude said, you never told me who your brother worked for? I was like, yes, I did. But when I was saying, I never told you who we worked with, like the soldiers, the sureños, the meseros, all that. I never said any of that. We were having a conversation about the senor from Orange County that he knew personally, me as well, that my brother worked for. So that was the discrepancy right there. When I looked at the live again, I was just like, fuck, like, I know how I came off. Like, I said, I denied it and then I admitted it. But no, I denied saying that I ever said who my brother worked with. Did I say who he worked for? Because it's not a secret. Yes, I did. The senor, the underlings and everything, all the individuals, never. I will never divulge that. I will never jeopardize my canal like that. You know? And yeah, and that's when he said that I did pegadas with them. Yeah, he claimed that. He claimed that. But to me, it's just like, bro, like, I never had conversations in depth like that to you. Like, that fool mentioned a few things and claimed a few things, but I just listened. You know what I'm saying? And I still didn't say shit about that shit. You know, um, and when I say when I said, you know where I can't compete, it's like I don't know if I can compete, but you know where I can compete. What I was gonna go on to say was I never debriefed. I never told on anybody. I never got anybody's cell hit. But since I was dealing with two motherfuckers coming at me, I it slipped my mind and I could never get back to that train of thought because I was still going at it with these motherfuckers, you know? Um, but yeah, just to clarify that again, bro, like I'm glad you asked me that, because bro, if this dude did a pegada, did pegadas with the come on, bro. First of all, them dudes do not do pegadas anymore. They don't. The ones that are made do not do pegadas anymore. I mean, if they have to, will they do it? Of course, 100%. If they have to kill you, they'll fucking slice your throat. They'll murk your ass. But when I say they don't do it no more, it's because they don't have to. They have soldados to do that for them. Sick of knives. What's up with it, man? Semis. But yeah, man. To reiterate on that one, glad you asked me that. I kick myself in the ass sometimes, but then, like I say, man, I don't think it's my fault because I didn't go on that live to talk shit or to divulge anything. I went there because they wanted me to go on there. Um, they said they were going to be respectful, and then they weren't. Um, I went on there talking like clowning, just joking. Um, but I understood that anytime in the future that them dudes try to bring me on live, which they won't now, and that was the second time in the last 4 years. Um, they know better now, especially now. They took a big ass L. Um, no pun intended. But if for some reason not if for some reason, we will never be able to do a live again ever because anytime they want to attempt to do a live with me, it's gonna be to try to neutralize me, you know, to be like to make friends with me and be like water under the bridge. You know how many times that motherfucker offered me like, hey, bro, let's squash this, let's make money. I'll blow your channel up. I'm like, man, fuck you. I don't need you to blow my channel up. If my channel blows up, I wasn't dropping no content. My channel is not growing because my channel only grows if I drop shit. And if I don't drop shit because I'm working, it's not gonna grow. It's okay. I don't need anybody to fucking help me blow my channel up or make money. Whatever work I put in on my channel and money that I make is money that I earn myself. Other than that, I get my ass up and I go to work, you know? And it's hilarious to me to see, and when I hear Gunner saying that he goes to work, he has a 9 to 5. Get the fuck up, bro. You don't got no fucking job. Why you think That's why he's always been a big ass hater and hating on every single channel. The biggest one being Renegade Media and Wes Watson for dubs because they are so obsessed with not being number one and while preaching like unity and no hate on other channels when they're the biggest culprits. They're the biggest instigators in the shit, and it's just crazy to me. Those of us that are sick and tired of the shit and try to speak the truth and are exposing them, we're the bad guys. We're the ones that are hating, right? We're the ones that can't stand it because we have little channels. Man, fuck YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you guys, but fuck YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, YouTube is not important enough for me to sacrifice my fucking morals, bro. Um, Moral compass and all that, like they talk about, like, bro, what they say sounds good, but they don't live by their own fucking words. They don't practice what they preach. Sí. Puta madre, con este puto teléfono. There you go. George Jr. Hey, bro, all the way from Australia down under. That's right. Just discovered your channel and you're an articulate dude. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here, brother. Danny Boy, about to make a comeback and put your thing up there. Any new subscriber, man? Appreciate you. Um, Let's see. Just in the Bay Area. What's up, Daddy boy? Where's Cagapalo at? Where's Cagapalo at? I don't know where Cagapalo's at. Sick of Knives, 87 people in the house and only 27 likes. Double tap the screen to help the channel. Respect, appreciate you. It's all good. I mean, you may need to refresh your thing. Go back, refresh it, and if you still see 27, then damn, we're doing bad. But it's all good, bro. It don't matter as long as you guys are here. That's all that really matters to me. Central Cali, why is that any of us speak on them? We're hating. Oh, there you go. That's what I was saying earlier. Um, we're hating, but what we're speaking is truth. Maybe fucking this shit's fucking. Sorry, I got this whole banner in my way. All right. Why is it that if any of us speak on them, we're hating, but but what we're speaking is truth? Maybe now people will start seeing truth for what it is. Oh, they're starting to, my boy. They're starting to, man. God is good. God is good, bro. Gunners clause. That's why everything went south on them with the quickness. Yeah, 100%. And look, man, unless we stay speaking the truth, um, this will be water under the bridge within a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Look, you guys gotta understand, man. For those of us that have a long memory, Gunner lost 1,000 subscribers plus in less than a week after he said that he would do that to a 16-year-old. Um, and just the words, try to clean it up for Brenda. I don't know if that's what she left or not, but um, and it's just like it's your words. If that's on your mind and you say that, even joking, it's like, bro, you're fucking disgusting, bro. Like I would never joke around and look like a 16-year-old dad. It's like, bro, I wouldn't. What the fuck, bro? Like that has to be on your mind. That you know what I'm saying? Like you have to be that type of individual for you to even say it, even playing, bro. Like you don't play like that, bro. You know, and you know, that's when he bought subscribers to come back and everything. And like I said, I left for a few years. And when I came back, this dude was already big again, and Dubs was fucking with him again. He abandoned after Dubs had abandoned him and everything. I was like, damn, bro, that's crazy. I should never left it. I should have never left it or left for the right reasons. I was working on my family, and that I don't regret. To be fair, how can Gunner afford the new clothes and hats? Because they make a lot of money, bro. They've been making a lot of money, bro. The super chats, the little challenges. Give me this money, I take a drink, this beer money, whatever the little challenges they're doing, everything. It's not like it's a bad idea, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys gotta understand. Gunner and Dubs. Gunner has only been on YouTube to make money. Money. There's nothing wrong with hustling. Like I said, it's just how you go about it. And he has convoluted Dubs' mind to the point where Dubs used to work as a machinist when he first started YouTube. You think that dude wants to keep fucking working on him as a machinist when you could risk fucking losing a finger or doing some shit like that? Fuck no. So once you get that taste of YouTube and you're making money and you don't want to go back to work, you're gonna do everything you can to make as much money to pay your rent and all that. That I cannot knock. Once again, like I said, it's how you go about it. Um, Unfortunately, instead of them being hustlers, righteous hustlers in a righteous way, they fucked theirs off and being in the prison genre, unfortunately for them and all the lies that they told, it's not gonna work out for them. People are not gonna forget their shit. People have a long memory here. People have a super long memory on YouTube, you know, and for good reason. For good reason. Now, there's a difference between trolling somebody because you don't like the way they look, you don't like their channel or their content. But when you're lying and saying stupid shit that's not true and trying to be opportunist and doing what they do, um, They're not gonna like your professional panhandling tactics. Like I told you, man, I'm always gonna be as fair as I can, even with dudes that I don't like, because I feel like my integrity is, I'm not gonna sacrifice that for anybody. Even if I don't like you, I'm always gonna be fair, even if I don't like you. Um, but yeah, the way they go about it, from Gunner's fucking long history of fucking fake raffles and burning people, the PS5 for Donnie that he never got, everything. You know, I've just been shocked to see Dub's transition this whole time. And look, man, I don't want to. Grace says, "How is that wrong? You think every YouTube is righteous? What's wrong with being righteous?" And anyways, like I was saying, um, there's nothing wrong with making money on YouTube. But I would venture to say that if people donated money to these cats, really know the truth about them, the real truth, maybe they wouldn't be so um forthcoming with their money, their hard earned money. Um, but there ain't nothing wrong with making money on YouTube. I've never said that. I challenge anybody out there to put it out there to say that there's something wrong with making money on YouTube. There's nothing. I mean, shit. If anything, that's why a lot of us are here. But we do it the right way. We don't do it. We don't beg. We don't panhandle in a sense, um, mischaracterizing our intentions. But look, two dudes, man, they have a big following that still back them up, and it's crazy to me, bro. And I'm not even talking about, like, if you don't care about the YouTube fucking genre, meaning like the YouTube genre, the prison politics and all that. Cool, thank you. Please don't care about the paperwork. It doesn't fucking matter. It's the lies, the lies. Look, this is the rabbit hole. When I do lives, this is the rabbit hole that, unfortunately for me, I have to go down every fucking time because, I go off of the comments on my channel. And I sometimes I come on here and I don't even want to talk about them dudes. But you inevitably are gonna ask me shit, and I'm gonna answer the shit. And that's why I talk about the shit. Like, that's what my lives are about. Um, So for anybody on here that thinking that, oh, he's just obsessed, he always wants to talk about him, this and that, bro, I'm gonna respond. My lives are predominantly to answer my subscribers' comments, even people that are not my subscribers. I'm always gonna answer your comments. I'm not gonna block you like them two dudes or nothing like that. Even after my wrenches block people on you on StreamYard, it doesn't show that you're blocked. I can still see your shit. Let's see. Oh, that's a good one right there. Is it just me? Oh, I said it earlier, but yeah, he's definitely changed, bro. It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I remember from when Dubs first started, bro. I used to like the dude, and then crazy. Even back then, I heard early back then that when my channel started blowing up, that fool's like, he said this about me. He's like, I don't like that dude. He talks too much. I was like, damn. I heard that from somebody, bro. I'm not gonna say who, because I've already said it 1,000 times years ago, but that was the first indication that I had that he didn't like me. And I still went on to talk to the dude and everything. But since then till now, it's shocking. It's shocking the transition that he's made. And it's all Gunner. It's all Gunner. Um YouTube isn't based on merit and integrity. Content creators talk about what's news. That's your definition of it. You can't tell me what my definition of it. Look, my definition of what I do on YouTube is my definition. You have your own definition as far as why you watch or what you may think. I respect it. It's yours, but that's not my, no. That's not my definition. It's just like saying if I were to say fuck this dude because he died, fucking piss on him and everything, are you gonna say it's like, oh, that's just YouTube? That's just YouTube. No, hell no. You're gonna be held accountable just like I am for anything you say on YouTube, and rightfully so. Whether we know each other, whether it's behind the screen, whether you don't know me personally or not, it's just crazy to me. There's no rules on YouTube. Everyone needs to make money. Gunners and dubs are constantly posting, and their hustle works. No, I'm not saying their hustle doesn't work. Hey, look, like I said, look, I don't know why you're on here. You know, I have nothing against you. I don't even know who you are, and I'm never gonna meet you. Um, but for you to just excuse it, like a blanket excuse for their tactics, I'm like I said, I'm not talking about their tactics in the righteous way. So anything goes. So you could talk about a minor, and if it makes you money for the pedophiles out there that want to donate to you, it's okay. So if I come out here and I talk about minors, and for them fucking weirdos out there, like, yeah, talk about minors and they give me money, it's okay. As long as I'm making money and as long as it's a good hustle. Come on, man. When you say that anything goes, but come on, man. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? There's no rules on YouTube? Cut it out with that, please. I agree with you, but you can't expect everyone to think and be like you. That's all I'm saying. Okay, well, just say that, girl. Just say that. That I could agree with, 100%. Of course, of course, everybody's not gonna think like me. I'm just, I'm just saying that's why we have an issue with these cats, and why I do too. Because since I don't respect a lot of their hustle ways, it's my right to, speak on it. Just like they have a right to speak, I don't have a right to speak. Come on, man. But I agree. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to think like me. You don't have to think like me. Nobody has to think like me. I'm just speaking from my perception, my perspective, my point of view. And I can't respect what they done in the past and burning people and you know doing raffles and all that under false pretenses. And when that doesn't work and they get exposed on that, then they move on to the next big thing. Now, if you want to donate your money, hard-earned money, go ahead, do your thing. That's your hard-earned money. I ain't gonna donate a single cent to that type of behavior, whether it's them or anybody else. Appreciate your comment though. Um, Google will shut you down fast, right? And rightfully so. Um, Ellie, please. That's right, my boy. What's up, Spanx? Hey, come on, bro. Don't use that. Niner, appreciate you, bro, but come on. Don't. Don't stoop to that level, my boy. Let's keep it respectful. Let's keep it respectful. Let's keep it respectful. They still moving sideways like snakes. 100%. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here anyways, bro. We've been on here for about an hour and 40 minutes. I appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys got any last questions? Let me know. Because by the time I finish my cigarette, I'm gonna be outie. Cause I get my ass gotta go to work. God damn, it's already fucking 3 o'clock, bro. Damn. Like I told you guys in my last videos, this is why I don't like this is why I don't like being uh coming on my live this late because damn, I'm gonna pay for it tomorrow when I go to work. I'm gonna be falling asleep and I can't fall asleep. My body gonna be exhausted. Uh Central Cali certified, appreciate you tapping in. Frogs, my boy. Good luck, cabrón. You've been in here the whole time, huh, cabrón? Appreciate you, my boy. That's my homeboy right there. Cactus Lido, salutes right back to you. Uh, you do have a right to have your opinion, but by talking to them, it's only put light on their channel, positive or negative. Talk is attention. Yeah, I understand, and I don't care if it does or not. I really don't. Like, I'm not really worried about that. Respectfully, I really am not. Um, I just feel like I've never been worried about that. You know, oh, keep talking about us. You give us clout. All press is good press. I don't care. I don't. I really don't care about that. You know, I am fully aware of that. You know, but right now, people need to know the truth. Um, Send mine for the wife and the little ones. All right, my boy. Appreciate you, Shantari. Peace out. Appreciate you guys. Say Frosty Loco. Man, my fucking leg hurts. Worst Gummer and Debriefer or OG? Who's worse, Gummer, Debriefer, or OG Triple OG? Um, Come on, bro. That's not even a question. Whatever happened to OG Triple OG? Last conversation I had with him was good, and that fucker went in on me for a year and a half, bro. I had the couple conversations that I had with them were hours long. I talked to that dude for hours, bro. That fucker. That fool fucking roasted me for a long ass time, bro. You got hair now? Is that really you, APA? No, it's not me, bro. It's just the hair. Throw hands with Gunner. Julio Solorio. Oh my god. Bro, you know how long I try to do that for? You know how long I try to do that for? That fool was a pussy, bro. He will never meet me up. I tried, bro. I tried, bro. I tried 1,000 times. Can you tell us something about prison that didn't make sense to you, but you had to follow it anyway? The whole cause after I didn't believe in it. Um, I wish he was still around, no lie. Um, we got chemo though. Nah, we still got chemo. But yeah, I mean, the thing with Triple OG, bro, is that other people started fucking Gunner started doing Triple OG videos himself and all kinds of shit. They hijacked his image. They hijacked his image and everything, bro. You know, Gunner was doing Triple OG videos on me, and it was him the whole time. First he was feeding information to Triple OG about me, and then he did all that shit behind the scenes. He gave my address to Vegas Prison Stories, which is now known as Vegas Profile Stories. And that white dude, uh, Rick, I think is his name, he did the right thing by completely extracting himself from the California prison channels. But when he first started his channel, that dude was up on everybody's nuts, trying to get views and everything, just like anybody else. And once he got a little bit of momentum and he got tired of the bullshit, of the drama, he left, rightfully so. And he changed his channel to Vegas Profile Stories. First, it was Vegas Prison Stories. And me and him made amends. You know, he made amends with me. Matter of fact, for him exposing my address and telling everybody where my family lived and everything. But anywho, Meadow has the Oakland Latinos picture. All right, you guys be good, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Um, you guys be safe, man. I'm out.